Hello crafting friends, Jessica here with Tiny Worlds of Wonder, stopping in to share, for me, a long-awaited cross-stitch update. Now I say long-awaited because I adore cross-stitch. Over the past probably 6 or 7 months, one could say I've become a little bit obsessed with cross-stitch. Now I know most of my audience out there is a diamond painting audience. There are a few stitchers among you, and so if you're a diamond painter, I promise I'll be back with plenty of diamond painting content. That's not going anywhere, but I do like to update you once in a while with some of my other passions, coloring and crochet and a number of other crafts, so that's what we're doing today. Now today I'm going to update you on all my WIPs. I will link my last kind of Flosstube up in the card so you can see where we left off last time if you're interested. I have a number of works in progress to show you first, and a whole bunch of new acquisitions because, like I said, I've been a little cross-stitch crazy over the last couple of months. So it's going to be fun. I've been trying to find a day to do this for weeks and weeks, and I'm so excited. Today is the day. I'm going to start off with my Heaven and Earth designs because, you guys, this is my favorite. I love this project. I love everything about this project. Like literally everything. This project bag is a new acquisition from Cal. Cal has a channel here on YouTube. She also has an Etsy shop. And so I really wanted to make this project extra special. And so I asked her to do a custom project bag for me. This is my Harry Potter themed project bag that Cal made for me. Thank you so much, Cal. I'll make sure I link Cal's shop down in the description below so you can find it, but she made it extra large for me. We've got the Deathly Hallows there. I'm a huge Harry Potter fan, so this made me so happy. Thank you, Cal. I just have my threads for this project kitted up on some cards. I like cards as well as anything for kitting up. They're not quite as nice as the plastic thread organizers, but they're pretty nice. I'm working on Peter Pumpkin Eater, like I said, from Heaven and Earth Designs. I am working my pattern digitally on a program called Goodreader. It's not quite as efficient as Pattern Keeper, I wouldn't say, but last time I checked, Pattern Keeper wasn't available for Apple. So it may be now, but when I started, it definitely wasn't. So that's working just fine. I'm about to have my second page finish, technically. This little bit over here was a page finish. This is a page. I have about maybe another row and a half to go at the top there. Now I'm thinking I'm really gonna need to start staggering my squares a little bit so I don't get lines of demarcation, but it's all been a learning experience. So live and learn and grow as you go along, right? This is obviously a pumpkin. You can really tell now, right? And we have a ladybug over there. I'm so excited. I'll stick a picture of the finished design, like a reference photo, up on the screen for you guys so you can see where this is going. I love this one. I love it so much. And honestly, you guys, if you're a cross stitcher and you're holding off on Heaven and Earth designs because they just feel hard, I will tell you, my dimensions kits feel way harder than this one. This one is easy in comparison. So even on sections with a lot of confetti, this one is very doable. So that is Peter Pumpkin Eater. A ton of progress for me since I'm not a daily stitcher. That's a ton of progress for me since I showed it to you last. And I'm pretty excited about it, as you can tell. Next up is my WIP of shame, truly. I have been working on this kit for seriously 15 years. Not very hard, obviously. I haven't been working on it very consistently. And I've really had it almost finished for about 5 of the 15 years. I said I was gonna finish in 2021, and you guys, I really did make a concerted effort to finish in 2021. Last time I showed this to you, I asked for some advice. I told you that I'd started the edge that went up the side, and actually there's a border that goes all the way around this. And I said, like, I hate these colors. They look so dated. What should I do? You guys were like, rip it out, do the back stitching and be done. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, yes, that is the answer. That is what I'm going to do. So I'm in the process of frogging out all of this border that I'd finished. I have started the back stitching and actually finished the back stitching on more than half this, so all the way over. So you guys, literally, the end is in sight on my WIP of shame. The end is in sight. It's going to happen in 2022. I can feel it. Although, 2021 taught us, don't make too many plans because you don't know what the future holds. But I think it's reasonable that I could finish this one in 2022 because I have so little left. I will frame this at some point, even though it's quite cutesy. I think it'd be pretty cute to do a shaped mat around this. You guys tell me what you think. I'm always indecisive about my cross stitch, so all of you more experienced stitchers can let me know. This piece is so dirty. I'm so excited to finish it, get it washed so I can get rid of some of the 15-year dinginess that is hanging out on it, but I am so excited to finish it. I'm showing you up close because, it is what it is. I am not a super experienced cross stitcher, so when I miss things, you guys can let me know, but I'm not going to sweat it either because cross stitch, I feel like cross stitch requires a level of skill that some of my other crafts don't require. So I just do the best I can. That's a Row of Love from Dimensions. This was a Dimensions, see if I even still have the original packaging here. A Row of Love 18 by 9, copyright 2000, that sounds about right. There's what the finished piece is supposed to look like with the whole border. So I'm not too ashamed of my WIP of shame. I mean, I'm a little ashamed that it's taken me 15 years, but like I said, the end is in sight. Forgive my kind of froggy voice today. I had the dreaded COVID a few weeks back, and I feel like some of the froggy throat thing is still hanging on, even though I feel just fine. All right, this is a WIP that I am not ashamed of. You guys can tell I have a ton of really high-class storage for my cross-stitch works in progress, can't you? Someday I'll accumulate project bags for everything. That'll be fine. This is Pansies on Toile. It was discontinued ages ago. I happened to find it. It looked like maybe from someone was cleaning out their closet or something. I have loved this project. I've made a ton of progress on this project since I showed it to you last. In fact, I would say I'm close to finished. All I have left is this last little pansy over here and the greenery that goes around it and a little bit of background. And then there's a gold border that goes around the whole outside edge that I can't do until last. But I've been backstitching as I finish various sections. The only spots I haven't backstitched are where the gold border overlaps what would be the backstitching there. But I am close on this one. Now, this is my first time stitching on black Aida, and I love how it looks. Like, I really love how it looks. It's hard to work on. I can only work on it like in the bright sunshine on days like today. And I don't have that many of those when I'm home from work. So again, a little slow, but I feel like I've made pretty good progress. Dimensions are hard for me because they require like actually paying attention to the number of threads you're using and all that stuff. And I just don't do that very well. So some of these areas I realized too late, like I was supposed to use 3 threads instead of 2 for some of the light areas there. Didn't do that. So this is not perfect. My stitches are not perfectly even, although I would say that I've grown as a stitcher during the project. I can tell that my stitches that I'm making now are higher quality than when I started, and this shows me that cross stitch is a skill, just like any other that you can learn to do. So that is Pansies on Toile. I am so excited about this one. Okay, this is also a project you've seen before. This is called Holiday Village from Dimensions Gold, and I have made almost no progress since I showed it to you last. But I have a good reason why. And it's because I hate the Christmas tree on this piece. I love the way it looks on the pattern. Stitching it is an absolute nightmare. Like literally for me, it's a nightmare. There aren't 2 stitches next to each other that are the same color. And without gridding, even though I've added a little bit of just pen gridding, I hate to do that. I might have to grid this one with thread at some point. That's helped a little bit, but it's just such slow going that I think I pulled this out twice over the holiday season. And then I'm just like, this is not fun. So then I went to my Heaven and Earth Designs instead. This is what it's supposed to look like when it's done. The sky is going to be easy. A lot of the other sections are going to be really easy, but this Christmas tree is it's just a slog. It really is. So it is what it is. Hopefully I'll get to it at some point. I'm also really annoyed with the threads and the thread organizers on this one. I know it's great that we don't have to sort threads anymore, but I really just need to kit these up with symbols so I don't have to constantly reference what color I'm supposed to be working on. I found that just really, really obnoxious. So needless to say, the kit is beautiful. It's a beautiful quality kit. I just am not super motivated on this one, even though it's beautiful. So meager progress. Give me a pep talk. Somebody out there, let me know. Do you think Dimensions Gold are hard too? I think way harder than Haid. Way harder than Haid. Maybe not as hard as Scarlet Quince, but harder than Haid. We're getting close to the end of all the WIPs you've seen before. This is Cookie Time from Soda Stitch. I'm doing this from a leaflet that I got on Etsy from, I'll stick the seller's name on the screen because it's been so long I'm starting to forget the details at this point. I'm doing this on 14 count Aida, so really simple. Since the last time you saw this, I'm pretty sure I do have some progress on it. I think I finished the whole waffle. I moved on to my gingerbread man over there, my gingerbread man and woman that will live down in the corner here. How cute is that? I mean, this one's so easy. It's so fun. It's got a lot of color blocking. It's really simple. It would be a really great first project, actually. Although it's kind of large, it would be really accessible. I think this one's a lot of fun. So super fun project. I really am enjoying it. When I just need something simple and fast to work on, that's what I pull out. So those are all of my WIPs that you've seen before here on the channel. I did decide to start my Scarlet Quince Soul of the Rose over again, which I have not done. I have not started that. I'm planning to start it over on Easy Guide, and I think that will be great. So it's kitted up and ready to go, but I haven't started it. So I'm not counting it in my WIPs at this point. I have started a couple of new things since we last visited. The first is Secret Garden from Tiny Modernist. I really wanted something. I was actually looking at starting a stitch along, and I just couldn't find one that really appealed to me because, you guys, I'm not a sampler person. I even have a hard time, I'm sad to say, appreciating the appearance of samplers. Like, they're just not for me. I know they're for a lot of people, but they're just not for me. But I wanted something that was relatively simple with maybe a little bit of the vibe of some of the SALs I was seeing out there. So I made a start on this one. I finished this lettering in one night. This is probably 3 or 4 nights of work all together. I'm doing it just on Ecru 14 count Aida. And at this point, I'm really wishing that I had done it on hand-dyed fabric. Something a little more exciting than 14 count Aida. At the time I was thinking, I just want a fabric that's easy to see and that's easy for me to access where I live, where there aren't any stores that carry a lot of stitching supplies. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking about starting over on it with a hand-dyed fabric. So if you're a more experienced stitcher, tell me what color you think, what color hand-dyed fabric would look beautiful with Secret Garden, or if you think the fabric is fine, tell me that too. Give me some feedback, because I really value your feedback out there, all of you stitchers. I am having fun with this one. I do like it. It is super simple so far. The colors are really pretty. It's quite simple. It doesn't have a lot of back stitching. I might have to add some back stitching because I like a lot of detail in my projects. I think maybe that's one reason that a lot of samplers don't appeal to me, is that they just don't have, for me, sometimes the visual complexity of some of the other kinds of patterns. I know there are some that do, though. Don't get riled up. I know there are some that do. Just not all of them. All right, my last new start is just something fun I wanted to do. This is from Elsie Stitches on Etsy. This is a Lord of the Rings pattern, obviously. I'm also a huge Lord of the Rings fan. And this looked so easy and so fast and so fun. And it really has been. It's really been fast and easy and fun. It only has 4 or 5 colors, 4 colors in the whole thing. Look at this adorable Lord of the Rings Hobbit hole thread organizer that I got from my hubby for Christmas. How cute is that? Thanks, hubby. Hubby's the best. I love it. I love it. I'm not sure where this is from because I got it as a gift, but I'm sure it was on Etsy somewhere. It's very, very cute. And with only 4 colors, oh hey, Nerdy Needle Design Company. That's probably where it's from. With only 4 colors, it's super easy to tell my colors apart, so I don't have to label them here. It's totally, totally cool. So I decided to do this on 25 count. I'll put the details of the fabric up on the screen just because I can't remember. I would say because it's been washed, it's definitely more like a 28 count. I mean, I know this isn't real exciting. It's our pipe here, the center part of our pipe. I'm doing this 1/1. The coverage is fabulous, and I love how marbled and parchment-like this fabric has turned out to be. I think it's gonna look really, really cute. So that's party business, and that is my second and final new start. Love it, very cute. Having a lot of fun with that. I would like to show you guys some kits, some new acquisitions, and a really, really fun tool that I purchased since the last time I saw you. BRB. Okay, you guys, my life is forever changed. I didn't even know how much I needed an Elon lap stand until it arrived, until I started using it. Oh my gosh. The website to order this is ridiculous, I will say. This website looked like it was made in 1994. I wasn't sure my order even went through, and then maybe 5 weeks later, 6 weeks later, arrived this beautiful handmade lap stand in solid wood. It has literally changed my stitching experience. I can now stitch in my living room. It's everything. It's just everything. So this is my most coveted new purchase for cross stitch ever. My Q-snaps fit in there just fine. I do have to cinch this down pretty tight on them. Hoops fit in there just fine if I have a grime guard on it. I'm just in love. I mean, it's everything. It's everything. I'm not affiliated with Elon. I just love it. Another thing my hubby got me for Christmas that I'm psyched about is this ginormous square hoop. I love working in hoops, actually. Look at the size of it. There's a lot of working area in that hoop, and in combo with my lap stand, I mean, great things are ahead for me. What can I say? All right, last but not least today, I want to show you a couple of new kits that I purchased since last we met and talked about cross stitch. So the first is kind of a regret, I'm not gonna lie. I was wandering through my craft store and I saw this kit called Woodland Castle from Design Works, and now I understand why this was on sale. Because I did start labeling some of my colors, and then I looked at the pattern itself, and you guys, I kid you not, it is so small that I don't think a child's eyes could effectively read it. The symbols are so similar, they're all in black and white, they're tiny. I just don't know what to do with this. I mean, I love the design, look at that. It's so me, I love the design. Like, I adore the design. The design just about makes me want to suffer through the rest of the experience, but I don't know. I don't know, not quite. Maybe not quite. So for now, it's going in my stash. And we'll see. We'll see what we might do with that. I don't know. Next is something I found on Etsy from a seller in Ukraine. This is from a company called Abris Art, which I think is based in Ukraine or that region of the world. I just thought this was so cool with all the metallic threads on the black aida. I think it's gonna be wicked. I went ahead and serged my edges on that bad boy while I had my serger out one day. But it comes with thread organizer. There aren't many colors of thread, obviously. My metallics and a little bit of tulle because the wings on this baby are tulle. So I'll link the seller where I got this in the description below. I had a great experience, so if you guys want to find something similar, you'll know where to go, but I haven't started it yet, but I do think it's going to be really, really cool. Really, really fun. It's called Golden Beetle. Very unusual, I thought. I'm excited about that one. Man, my throat just gets froggier as we go. I thought it would get better, but not really. This came from a seller called Yarn Stories on Etsy. I believe she's based in Russia, and this is an Andriana cross-stitch kit called Coffee Keepers. Those little coffee mugs are just too much. I saw it and it was on sale and I couldn't resist it. So here are the threads. Lots of browns. There are gonna be lots of browns. It is a 16 count Aida fabric, I believe. I serged this one too while I was at it. I don't think it came serged. It looks too sloppy. That's how I can tell I did it. And not a professional. But how cute is that? Again, haven't started, but it's going to be so much fun. So much fun. I'm excited. And last but not least, because I'm a masochist. Is that the right word? Sadist or masochist? If you tend to punish yourself. Sadomasochist? I don't know. Some of you who are into BDSM and all that, let me know. I'm sure there's a lot of you out there. This is called Coffee Shop from Dimensions Gold Petites because I feel like punishing myself with another Dimensions Gold. I don't think this is going to be terrible. The colors are really pretty. I picked this up on Etsy and I'll put the seller down in the description below so you can find her. She checked in with me even. She really went the extra mile on customer service, so I'll make sure I link her shop. But I think that's going to be really, 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 really cute. Maybe I'll put my other Dimensions Gold on hold and start something a little more achievable. We'll see. All right, you guys, there you have it. There is my cross stitch update for winter 2022. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite WIP is right now. I want to hear all about it. We are an amazing community of cross stitchers and diamond painters and crafters, and I love hearing about everything you're doing and everything that you're both loving and struggling with in your crafting journey right now. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful week. As always, spread some joy wherever you are, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.